Wow. That's what I look like today. All right. I haven't looked in the mirror for like a long time today. I don't even care. I'm going live right now because I finally feel like the energy is good and I can do this. Oh. Today's an Bra kind of day, so let's just. Oh, God. What a day. What a life. I mean, really, let's be real. This life is freaking crazy. Okay, there we go. Ah, that feels better. Okay. Clear that energy. Always remember, for entertainment purposes only. All right. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. My name is Whitney Moon. Picking up the energy for the collective. Energy has been pretty intense recently, so just bear with me if your energy doesn't come out today, or, we got to deal with the major issues right now, okay? Not saying yours isn't major, but sometimes more, like sometimes people, they need the message more than you. Okay, here we go. What does somebody need to hear today? Lavender. I've never pulled this card for this channel. Where's that ring? There it is. Oops. I love lavender. I made a salve yesterday and just smothered it with lavender, and I made a spray, this spray, full of lavender. Lavender will soothe your soul. Chamomile in reverse. Okay, so something's going on. Tranquility, kindness, self-care. And then with chamomile in reverse, gentleness, relaxation, sleep. This is the incoming message. What up, Benty? What's going on? Is it Banty? What's going on? Everybody in the chitty chat. That just got filled up. All right. So everybody that just joining, first message. I'm Whitney Moon. Take everything with a grain of salt if it doesn't resonate. All right. This is personal, non-personal. It could be personal for somebody out there. I don't freaking know, but it's a general message. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Always for entertainment purposes only. Okay, here we go. So we have lavender, and then we got chamomile for you in reverse. Well, I don't know if it's for you. It's for somebody in the chat. I don't know. So I'm guessing tranquility, balance, kindness, self-care. I mean, lavender is like, oof. Lavender is so gentle, and it's like, oh my God, inhaling lavender. It just makes you feel good. It's almost like somebody needs to rest. They need to relax a little bit more. They're stressed out. Someone's stressed out. Something to do with their personal regime, right? You could be working too hard, not taking enough time to yourself. Honestly, chamomile, sometimes if you can't sleep, it's a really good kind of like heavy tonic at the end of the day to drink a glass of chamomile and just kind of like chill out. Someone needs to chill. Whoa. Huge message right away. Chariot in reverse. Hey, Pam. Yay, it's Friday and you're here. You don't have to work? That's amazing. Okay, so Chariot in reverse. We have the Star in reverse, okay? And then the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Drive to succeed, quick thinking, ambition. All in reverse. It's almost like you might need like a reset. you might not be headed in the right direction, you know? Sometimes when we're like antsy or we just don't want to sit at home, a lot of times I kind of feel like if you are antsy or like you don't want to. Oh, true that. Okay. So you got some time. All right. Sometimes it's like I kind of feel like maybe we feel like we have too much stuff to do and it's all going in the right direction or in the wrong direction because you're not connecting with yourself properly. There could be like somebody around you as well. I feel like this is a personal reading though for some. Maybe that's why it's personal. Maybe that's why I said it, because it's not about anybody else. It's about somebody in particular, you know. Two of Swords in reverse. Potential risk. I almost feel like, I mean, okay, so now the analogy that I'm getting is I met this man at this place I worked not too long ago, and he came in a wheelchair, and I thought, damn, like, what the fuck? I mean, he was an older man, so I didn't want to judge or anything, you know, like he could have had like foot surgery or something like that, you know, but then finally after like 4 or 5 weeks of serving him, I was like, what happened to you? Like, do you mind if like he was an old Italian man and he was waiting for all of his friends. So I thought, okay, maybe this will be the time where I ask him. And so get this. He's like, okay, I flew home back to Italy. He saw his family, blah, 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 had this great trip, took a flight back to Toronto, landed in Toronto and drove home. Okay. So we live like, I don't know, depending how fast you drive from the airport, probably 2 hours away. Tell me how he doesn't fall asleep behind the wheel and he wakes up in the hospital and he broke both of his legs. He said he was so fucking tired that all he did was just shut his eyes for 1 second and he woke up in the hospital. And take it from somebody who knows that feeling. When I was driving across Canada, the last time I moved across Canada, I always drive. I'm a driver. I love to drive. And my sister was behind me. She was driving her car. And all of a sudden I was like resting one eye at a time. Like it was, and so I was going like this and I was like physically pressing down on an eye at a time because I was so tired, but we had like such a little ways to go. I thought I could keep pushing it, you know, I just kept pushing it after day 4. And I suddenly called my sister and like we kept our phones right beside each other just in case. And I was like, we need to pull over now. I said, I'm about to close both my eyes and not open them again. Because once you close them, it's like you get comfortable instantly because you're so tired. I always thought to myself, how could you fall asleep at the wheel? Right? It's really weird because the Chariot's right here, right? How can you fall asleep at the wheel? Like you're driving. What the fuck? Like how can you disconnect? How can you star in reverse? You're driving. What the fuck? And your world can end just like that. Honestly, what else is here? Temperance. Okay. And then the King of Pentacles. Honestly, my God, if you've got money, just pay for a fucking driver. And this man did. And he was like, honestly, he's like, it was going to cost, because there's no direct shuttle from where we live to the airport. So you have to like take a train and then you have to take a bus. And like, it is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie. He's like, you know, he's like, I should have just taken an Uber. He goes, I bet you a guy would have done it for $100. And I go, yeah, instead of a vehicle. And then he asked, he called the police station in the morning and said that he was the car of blah, blah, blah. And like, was anybody hurt? And nobody was hurt. He didn't hit a single car. And it was like, he said 2 a.m. So thank goodness. And where he got into the accident was a major little part of town. And it shouldn't have been an open highway. That's for sure. He should have hit somebody in reality. But because it was a lesson that he was supposed to learn and nobody else got hurt. Okay. So I almost feel like this is a victory because I feel like you're going to know, you know, like maybe Spirit is trying to warn you, right? Like, be kind to yourself. Don't push yourself when you're tired. Don't push yourself when you need to relax. Like if you don't love yourself and if you don't work properly with yourself, then who the fuck else is going to be able to, right? So it's like, you really have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to what your body says, because if you're temperance, which means, okay, so for instance, I've been doing a lot of clapbacks, okay, to a lot of people that hurt me when I was a child, hurt me when I was at the most vulnerable, and then as an adult kind of like acted as if they didn't do anything, right? Because they're an adult and they think children are stupid. So I got, I forgot that I had attached this email thread to my mother. So my mother, I don't speak to. She's married to a pedophile and living her little fancy life in New Brunswick, and I'll be here living her nightmare for the rest of my life. So I forgot I added her to the email because it wasn't a respondable email. It was this email. I actually put it up on my social media and everything. Pam, you'll know about this one. It was me letting myself go. It was my 3-year-old self. I felt like I had to free myself. They blame me for everything. They fucking, put me up against the cross, because my stepfather was such a good man and I was so crazy. Might as well just believe the crazy kid and not the, man who's got all the money. Here we go. King of Pentacles, right? Oh, you've got all the money. Therefore you're innocent. Yeah, right. You just paid for somebody to say you were innocent, right? So I attached her to this email and then my father responded. And like my father is an idiot. He doesn't actually speak about current events. He just talks like a 7-year-old, basically, very narcissistic 10-year-old sometimes. I think sometimes he could be 12 years old, but I'm not going to push it. So anyways, she read the email thread today and I got the message telepathically. My sister and we took a drive out to the reserve and I went, oh my God, I forgot. Okay, we're in the middle of driving, listening to music, fucking just having the time of our lives in the car, finally just releasing, and I just saw a lightning bolt in my third eye. I went, oh my God, Sharon just read those emails. I forgot that she was a part of those emails because I wrote the original email to my father at the beginning of February. He didn't respond until like 2 days ago, right? So I totally forgot. I mean, again, it was, a rhetorical email. It was not to be responded to. Okay. And she went nuts. Her anxiety, like I was sitting there, I was all chill, relaxed. And then my anxiety and spirit said, remember how you were. And I was mad chill. Like nothing was bothering me. And then all of a sudden my anxiety was going. I felt like I was going to throw up, felt like I was going to pass out. And I went, oh my God, she read all those emails. She read them. And then her energy left and I went back to normal. I didn't feel the anxiety anymore. I didn't feel because it was her energy. And that's what I'm noticing. If you're empathetic, okay, you will feel other people's energy. And it's sometimes, honestly, you won't even know that you're doing what you're doing. Hey, Brooke, okay. So this is actually kind of really awesome that this is coming up because I think we obviously have some empathetic people in the chat, okay? And you can feel other people's energy. And I bet you most times you think it's your own. So what I like to do is kind of check in with myself, right? When I'm about to do something or if I'm about to leave the house, I always check my energy. Like, all right, how am I feeling right now? Because if somebody suddenly looks at me or cuts me off or just does something while I'm around, I will feel their energy. And I have to remember, that my energy is my own. And when I suddenly feel anxious or something, it's because of somebody else. And that's what I've noticed because I don't have my personality doesn't just shift like that. I'm not bipolar, right? If I leave the house happy, I'm going to be happy. But other people are so rude and they're so mean and they're so, they hate their lives so much, right? That we empathetic people end up feeling that hatred, even though it's not our own. Okay. So every now and then I do kind of feel like somebody needs to check themselves. So then when you do go out and you do go in public and you do, exercise your right to hang out with others, you feel your sudden energy flux. It's not you, it's somebody else. Okay. And that's like major, going to be like a major breakthrough because once I realized what this anxiety came from, I was like, this is not me. I don't have anxiety. If I have worries, I worry about some things, I worry about my snakes dying in the middle of the night and choking on nothing, right? I worry about, my fish dying. I worry, that there could a fire could happen in my house. Like, I have natural worries like anybody else, but I don't get anxiety. I get anxiety when people are fucking with me. Okay. I get anxiety when people are around me that don't like me because I can feel them. Whitney is fine. Whitney has no problem telling you how she feels, what you fucking did, and you better fucking back up if she doesn't like you. I have no problem saying that. But most people, they'll fall down aggressive. And they'll say, you're too aggressive. You're too, because I say it like it is and I put up my boundary instantly, that makes me aggressive? No, I'm fighting instantly against your energy because your energy is trying to get up in my shit while I'm just trying to keep myself to myself. Thanks. Okay? So a lot of people, they take the connection with you, this star, and they manipulate it. Okay, so like a mother's telepathy with their children is very strong. Okay, and that's why women abuse it so much, because they can feel the vulnerability of their children and they can run off that. Okay, because if women are fucked, it's just that they're fucked. Okay, they'll fuck with a child, they'll fuck with a man, they'll fuck with anybody. Okay, just to get mommy off, just to make sure mommy's okay. Okay, I don't know if it's a woman fucking with you. I feel like it's a mommy energy. Okay, like they own you. Okay, the way that my father talks to me, I go, we can't have a discussion because you don't understand the word respect. I respect you. I'm trying to speak to you. I'm telling it like it is on my side. You're making excuses for yourself, which is a narcissistic response. Anybody who makes excuses for hurting you because you made them hurt you, or you were too hard to handle, or when somebody blames you for how they handle something or for how they handled you, it's like, okay, that's a narcissist right there. Just end that conversation, walk away, because you ain't never going to have a normal conversation with this person. They will always put themselves before you. But because you're temperance, I'm like, I don't really think this is you. I kind of feel like if you know that you have to rest, if you know that it's not you, if you know your energy, then this is like a breakthrough. This is the Knight of Swords. This is somebody doesn't want you to know this. Somebody doesn't want you to know that you feel other people's energy. I think that's what it is. And that's really sad because you're going off these feelings like it's your own, right? And I know that feeling. You know how many jobs I've lost because of that? Because of people around me having a certain energy towards me. I feel attacked and I will run away. I'm not a fighter. I don't fight. Just because I use my words, which God gave us a mouth and words to be able to speak, does not mean that I'm aggressive. People say like, oh, you tell the truth, that's a fucking bitchy thing to do, or, everybody else sedates people. And it's kind of like, I don't know if you ever watched The Office, but Kelly, when she's explaining Daryl, she's like, who the hell says what's on their mind? She's like, what kind of wordplay is that? What kind of game is that? What, to actually tell you what's on your mind? Like, of course, because people lie. They lie about the energy they're putting out there. They lie about the energy you're feeling, right? Because they can. Humans can lie. So it's like, oh, wow, I can just lie about this. And I knew this one girl, that's all she used to say. Well, I can lie. I can lie. I can lie. I can lie. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So can everybody else, right? Yeah, email me if you want a reading, okay? So can everybody else lie, but it doesn't mean that we do. I mean, honestly, lying should be used in a sense where it's white lies and nobody gets hurt. Okay, if you don't have to tell somebody something and you don't need to hurt their feelings, then you can tell a white lie. A white lie is something that is not damaging, something that will never hurt anybody, and it will never come back to you because it doesn't hurt anybody. So it's one of those things that goes in and out. But I mean, once you're over the whole white lie thing, yeah, again, just don't say anything, right? Like sometimes we don't have enough confidence to just say nothing. To just go, I don't have anything to say to this, right? Because people want to defend themselves. They want to, they want to talk about things they have nothing about, just so then they look smarter or more intelligent amongst the crowd, even though they can't just admit they don't know anything. Okay. So it's like whoever is trying to get you, okay, to take on their energy, okay. And see, this is kind of what it is. This card stuck to my table and there's nothing sticky on it. So I don't really understand how that happened. But if you kind of see that cup behind him, it's almost like you are that person and you don't see what this person is doing and hiding. Right? Because you're living your life. You're doing shit. You're not trying to figure out if someone's fucking with you. So you're just living. But this is kind of like, I feel like this is an ongoing cycle. This is something that somebody doesn't want to wrap up. They want you to go nowhere with your feelings. They want you to feel the anxiety. Okay. They want you to feel what they feel. They want to put all of their feelings onto you. And then when they see it come out in real life, it gets them off physically because now they've hurt you. and hurt people hurt people. So they are hurting people because they themselves are hurt, and it gets them off to see other people hurting as well. Right? Like, what kind of sick, twisted, fucked up people are these, right? People who got hurt and never got fixed. Okay, they don't know that there's healing out there, right? Hermit in reverse. They don't know that they can take themselves away from the crowd, be unseen, and get better. They have to stay in the crowd. They have to stay looking great. They have to stay looking fine. They have to stay looking perfect, because you can't break down. No. Then people will think that you're vulnerable, you're weak because you're breaking down. When you break down in front of people, that's you trying to say that you have enough strength in you to break down in people and show them your most vulnerable side, because you feel they will not take advantage of you. And then they see it as, oh, look at this vulnerable piece of shit fucking folding right in front of me. Like, I'm going to take advantage of them right now. Right. And that's honestly, you know what I heard the other day, and I really got it. And I'm happy that it was said to me, because it was something that I kind of laughed at when I heard, 10, 15, 20, every fucking year since I was born. But you know when they say rejection is God's protection? I want you to say that every fucking day to yourself. Every day. Every day. If you have to say it all day, say it to yourself all day. Because it's something that changed my life. Because when people have rejected me, you know what it's done? It's saved my life. Because those people that I were reaching out for, those people that I was trying to get to come to me, I didn't need them. They should have been there already. So by rejecting me, they protected me, because they never should have been there to begin with. Sometimes when you're lonely or when you're sad, you don't know who's supposed to be around you. You just know you don't want to be alone, because who wants to be alone? But then once you realize being alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. It doesn't have to mean that you're lonely. It just means that you don't want anybody around you, because right now there isn't anybody good enough to be around you. Right? But when you don't think that you're good enough, then you'll just let anybody around you. Right? So this person is like, they want to jump on you every single chance possible. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to see that you're in this pattern and that you can't get out, right? Because you don't know that they're not your feelings, that they're other people's feelings. People don't want you to know this, but you're so balanced that I think it's time that you realize that when you block yourself, it's actually other people doing it to you. You want to run free. You want to get these swords out of you. You don't want anything to do with this, but they do. So now they're going to manipulate it. Not only are they going to put two swords in front of you and tell you to shut the fuck up, but then they're also going to manipulate you while they're doing it. Because they're going to say, you don't need to speak. No one needs to hear you talking. Nobody needs to hear this. Nobody needs to hear that. They're saying that because they're the ones who did it. So no, nobody needs to hear it, because everybody needs to hear it. At this point in time, any email that my father ever writes me goes public, because I'm not doing this alone anymore. I'm not letting him manipulate me anymore, all on my own, telling everybody how awesome he is to me. He's the greatest dad in the world. He loves me so much. His responses, I might as well throw up to. It's so fucking ignorant. And I'm not going to do it alone anymore. I'm not going to let him do this anymore. Him and his little fucking wife can go kiss my ass. Everything they say is fucking publicized. And now I understand why, right? I understand why people do that. I understand why they want a video camera in front of them, because they're not getting justice on anything. People are hiding in the shadows. They're doing all this shit, right? And they're saying it's okay, even though they're abusing you. But they're saying it's okay because why not? Anybody can, oh, trust me, I'm breathing, right? Anybody can hurt you if it's something that is helping them. Okay, put it that way. So when you need to rest and take a breath and take a step and breathe and fucking sleep, do that, because those are things they don't want you to do. And also, if you get yourself some water and you just mix the little drops, oh, look at that, it's showering all over me. I just put lavender bits all over me. You just spray this motherfucker all over you. This is actually, this is lavender and rosemary together. It's probably one of the most killer cleansing sprays that you can do for yourself. And I used to keep that shit in my purse, because if I was out and about, or if I was somewhere and I would start to feel somebody else's energy, I just spray my lavender all over me, keep myself cool, calm, and collected, because I'm not taking on anybody's shit anymore. I know it sounds like I can't breathe, but that's just because literally spirit says it so quickly that I have to say it so quickly out of me. But I don't stress out. There's nothing I don't have a stressful life. I have the people that are part of my past are the stressful thing, not my present life. My present life isn't stressful at all. It's annoying and I fucking, it's got its ups and downs, but like, I've had worse in the past to complain about, if you know what I'm saying. So I made my own Coca-Cola today using this organic recipe. I don't really suggest it, but my sister likes it. And it's soda water, condensed milk, vanilla flavoring, and I couldn't find date agave, so I just got regular agave, just plain. I mean, it's okay. Like I said, my sister likes it, but I'm kind of like, it more or less tastes like condensed milk than anything. Like I had to put so much vanilla in this bitch. I think if I would have found date agave, it might have been better than just plain agave, because I feel like that might not be enough flavor. But there was this other recipe that I saw for Coca-Cola, and I feel like I'm going to try that one instead, because I was kind of up and down about the condensed milk to begin with, but I thought, well, it's sweet, so maybe that's why they do it, but I don't know. I mean, it's to get me to, we have some of the grossest water here. I mean, you can smell the bleach and the chemicals coming out of the water, like just by washing your hands or running the water. So at least by drinking this, I don't have to drink any tap water. Because like water, who would have thought that like you can't even drink water anymore? Like, who would have thought that like they put the most garbage in water? I never would have thought, and ever. I never would have thought that. So anyways, anybody wants the recipe? It actually kind of tastes like a Coke float. That's what it tastes like, actually. It tastes like a Coke float. I guess it is good. Did you hear that honk? Green tea? What about green tea? I hate green tea. I try mint tea. Honestly, I can't drink that stuff. It's not tea. Unless you go to like a farm and get tea, that stuff in those tea bags, like that Tenley shit, that's not tea. It gives me the worst heartburn in the world. It gives me an ulcer. And like green tea, oh God, I don't even want to know what they put in that. I'm all like, it's kind of sad, but I don't know. I just, my philosophies on where we're going with this planet are fucked. So I don't really like talking about it because I feel like I'm going to get like lashed or something if I talk about what they put in everything. Revealing the secrets of our country. Even though everybody seems to be doing it. It's a psychic channel. I don't want to get anybody mixed up with my theories. Okay? So as we continue, make sure you still remember, for entertainment purposes only, please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Sometimes I feel like I have that voice. Did you see that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So when I was talking about my family and like my dad, emailing my dad. Okay. So today when I was in the shower, I was told, okay, I saw this card in my third eye and they go, that's how your father holds your stepmother when they read your emails. This is Night of the Living Dead. Like, really? Honey, it's okay. It's okay, honey. It's just an email. You don't have to read it. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe how much my dad coddles my 66-year-old, actually she's 67 now, year-old stepmother. Oh, God. Leave coddling for babies, okay? Adults need to know the truth, okay? In my opinion. I just can't believe my card showed up. That's so funny. All I can think about is that's how my father coddles my stepmother. Okay, so this is for somebody in the chat. Send your telepathic questions to me, okay? Telepathic questions. It's the only way we can do this legally. Okay, so hunger. All those Night of the Living Dead people coming after their ass with Shock, the Bates Motel, old psycho, with Genius and Dinner, Leatherface. Okay. Okay, so I kind of feel like, take it how it resonates, okay? And there's no gender. So if you need to swap roles, swap them, okay? But actually, we're not even talking about gender, but maybe later if we get into kings and queens and shit. But actually, I could say a male or female. You never know. So I think somebody is hungry for you. Now, this might shock you. Okay, because you might have thought that whoever this person is, okay, like, okay, like, what are they, like, explain hunger here for me, please. Because, like, I'd like to know why they're so hungry. Fate with curse in reverse. So you're fated. Okay, so it's like somebody's cursed you here. Somebody cursed you, and it's been following you around for quite a long time now. Okay, so this person obviously is a part of that spell. Okay, when people put up spells and curses, it affects, it's like the ripple effect. It will affect multiple people, which is why nasty witchcraft, never suggested. Okay, that's the kind of shit that gets you killed, lynched. Okay, so somebody is a part of a deal that you were supposed to be a part of that was taken away from you. Okay, they were probably scared away from you. You could have had a date or two, and it was so real to them, and it was so, it was, I think, kind of monumental whenever this was that you, I don't know, met, or the first time you dated or something like that. Like, everybody wants what you have, okay? And it's something that when jealousy kicks in, then you end up sometimes getting rid of things that you really love because everybody else wants them. Okay, like my aunt getting rid of her pottery oven because everybody in the community kept using it. She couldn't put up boundaries, so she just got rid of it. Okay, and that's what happens when you can't control yourself, when you can't control others, when you can't put up boundaries. So I feel like whatever this person did, okay, they cursed you in ways that took somebody's right to be with you away. Okay, and like, I don't know if this is be with you romantically, sexually, if this is a friendship. Okay, I most likely am channeling a lot of more relationships sexually than friendships, okay? Because friendships to me, I don't really feel like are important. Our connections with people are important, our families are important, but like friendships with people, I don't really feel like, like people in high school and stuff, like you can just let them go. Like, I don't really, maybe I do talk about them, maybe I don't, but like, I don't really feel like sometimes that's the main thing that we should be talking about, right? Spirit is, there's a lot of things to talk about. And like, I feel like jealousy is one of those nail in the coffin things where people are so jealous of things they don't understand. And that's why they're jealous of them, because they see something that their mind can't comprehend and it pisses them off about why they can't have it. Okay, people are, I found, so much younger than they appear. And it's all with how they act and how they, throw their little hands in the air or throw temper tantrums, when like they can't get their own way or something. It's like, really? Like, but you think you can be on this level to get something that you're fated to when you can't even, only take one bag of soil and, instead you got to put 2 or 3 in your car because, no one's watching. Like, my sister's friend actually did that. She paid for 1 soil and then took a bunch and threw them in her car because she could. Fucking grown 35-year-old woman stealing soil, right? Like, what? Who the fuck does that, right? Like, nobody does, but people who are entitled little brats who think nobody or what, no one's watching, can come in and curse you and just go, they'll never know it was me. Bitch, we fucking know it was you. Okay, so somebody is going to be coming out of the woodwork, okay, because of what this, I'm hearing slut, okay, what this little slut did to you. So it's obviously feminine energy. And I mean, guys can be sluts too. So take it how it is. Okay. Take it how it resonates. But the universe is more smarter than them. Put it that way. Okay. And their little tricks and their little, things that have worked in the past. Okay. they don't work anymore because the shock is worn off. Okay, whatever it was, maybe the shock of this person walking away from you and you never thought they would. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Because sometimes we have these connections that you think, there's no way this person's going to walk away. There's no way. Like, I mean, they obviously can feel it the way that I feel it. Why would they ever walk away? You know, and then this little twat and this little slut gets in between the two of you and manipulates the weaker one. Okay, which is obviously the feminine energy. Okay, but it could be the masculine energy as well, right? Like masculine energies are just as dumb if they're in a vulnerable position too. No, you can email me or send your questions telepathically, okay? We don't do that online. Okay, but I think, okay, so this, the shock is worn off, okay? Because the thing is that I kind of think you are a little bit of a genius. Like, this isn't your first rodeo, and knowing that they walked away and they left, okay, I almost kind of feel like the shock, I don't know, like, I don't know if both of you guys are going to be shocked, but I feel like something is bleeding into something else. There's a life bleeding into another life. It's like, I don't know what is going to happen with your life, but I feel like your life is going to change. And it's because you're smarter than this curse, you know, like maybe obviously you realize that like energy can only last for as long as we believe in it, for as long as we activate it. We have the power to shut down any energy that's around us that we don't want around us when it comes to manipulating our own energy. We have rights. Okay. Everybody has a right to their own energy. They have a right to their karma, and they have a right to shut any witch down who feels like they can just come in and do whatever they want. You're not allowed to just go into people's lives and manipulate things. Okay, that's not why we were given talents. That's not why, you know, just like the old, you know, soil in the yard. Like, I mean, you know, companies have a right to put their product out without the public just thinking that they can walk up and steal it, right? So obviously there was somebody around you who just really thought that they could walk into your life and take something. Okay, so this was obviously somebody you had an exchange with. Okay, they paid for something. So they took something, but then they went, well, no one's watching. I'm just going to take a whole bunch. Okay, so the exchange was tainted, which is why the energy can come out, because it's false energy, right? It's manipulative energy. Like, for all we know, okay, this person bargained with you. You made a bargain. You kept up with your end. They kept up with their end. But then when you walked away, they went back into your barn and took a bunch of shit and stole a bunch of stuff from you. Okay, walked away and said it was all your fault, that you cursed your things away, that you left the door open, that you kept everything unlocked, that you did it. So now the universe punishes you, right? For not watching your stuff, for not locking your shit up, for not, you know, being a little bit more, hey, this is valuable, I should be protecting it. But really, you were protecting it the whole time. This was your shit, right? They pulled a sneaky move. They pulled a shocking move. They did something they weren't supposed to do. You know, just kept yourself in that house hoping that you survived everything. Okay, so this is like, people have to understand that when you go through things in your life, everything is recorded. You have eyes, you have ears, you have the ability to watch. People else are watching. Nothing goes unrecorded. Nothing goes, you know, unreleased or unrecognized in the universe if somebody's trying to put up something. Okay, obviously someone's going to know, hey, this person put up a spell. I watched the magic go up today, right? It's like, I don't know why people think that they're so slick or like they're the only ones here. Like, yeah, bitch, you're the only one around. Like, even if even if somebody decides to go into the middle of a forest and go and try to do some witch spell or some witchcraft, that's probably the worst place they could fucking go, because the eyes in the forest, there's probably 1,000 eyes on that person when they think they're alone. Okay, so this person, whoever did this, it's very juvenile magic, but it worked. And it worked in a sense where they got into somebody's head. But that's all it is. It was a trickery. Okay, it was some shocking attack. Like, oh yeah, okay, so you shocked me. But honestly, I can't believe that you guys have been away from each other for so long. Like, so whoever this masculine, I think it's the masculine energy possibly that got, I heard sedated, seduced. Okay. I think it's the masculine energy that got coerced by somebody else to get away from you. Okay. That you were the problem. You were what was attracting all this negative energy. You were like somebody just really wanted to blame you. But the thing is that it was fated for them to blame you. It's almost like maybe this person has done this over and over and over again. And finally, you're like, this is the last time you do it. If I have to sacrifice this relationship for 3 or 4 years to understand that there's evidence that has to be collected and there's a justice system that's here, and I am going to live it out, and I'm going to let this person do whatever the fuck it is they're going to do. I'm going to record everything because it's completely against your will. Okay. You're going to record everything. And then when the energy comes back around, you've got all the evidence that you need. Like there's this one person who works with my sister who constantly talks about her boobs, how her boyfriend loves her boobs and her boobs are so perfect and everything about her boobs. And, you know, my sister finally talked to me today about it and said, like, you know, she mentions her chest every time. My sister's a small chested girl. And, you know, she mentions her chest. This is like a, you know, 40-year-old woman. This isn't a young woman. And mentions her chest to my sister every single shift. And this is something that has followed my sister around her whole life is women who want to throw their boobs in my sister's face because my sister, you know, has a very flat chest. And that's, you know, it's never bothered her because God gave her her body and she's very happy of her body. And to be honest, I am a little bit of a bigger cup. And when I got sick about maybe 10 years ago, I lost a lot of weight and my chest went from a larger size to an A. And it was the summer of my life. I didn't wear a bra once. I fucking rocked those puppies out. I never knew what small boobs were because mine are always swollen and uncomfortable and fucking awful. And I have to massage them all the time. And it's like big boobs are overrated. They hurt. And what? Because some dude likes them? That's fucking nice. Who gives a shit? I mean, you got to have a little bit more confidence in yourself, right? But people do that. And finally I said to her, you know what? If she does it again, you go up to your boss and you say, I'm being sexually harassed by my coworker who cannot stop talking about her boobs. Because for some reason, women think that, you know, they can be ugly as shit, but they've got boobs and they think that they can get any dude they want. Right. And like guys are like, oh, you got a chest and I can fuck your tits. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I mean, but guys are like little girls, right? Just like little girls are little girls. Like, I mean, you want to act like a little girl, you're going to treat like a little girl. You want to act like a little boy, then you're going to get treated like a little boy, right? You're not going to get the relationships you deserve. You're going to get the fucking, you know, the boob girl with absolutely no personality, right? I'd rather have personality than you stare at my fucking chest. Like, I mean, there's this one guy who couldn't stop looking at my boobs one time, and I was like, okay, this is over. I don't want to serve you again. I want you out of my fucking restaurant. I swear to fucking God, if I see you on the streets, I'm going to punch you in the face. Because if you think that I don't notice that all you're doing is staring and gawking at me, like, that's disgusting. I mean, the thing is that I just don't understand why anybody has to feel like one of their assets should control the rest of the girls in the fucking room. Like, it's just like, it's the guy with the big dick, you know, like, why don't you just whip it out and let us all see it? I mean, honestly, like, why don't we just start measuring? Because that's what chicks do with their tits. They measure their tits and they go out, oh, my boobs. Like, they're a fucking accessory. Grow up. These things hurt. They're awkward. You can't wear nice shirts. Okay. Sweaters don't fit properly. I get strangled by everything that doesn't have a V-neck. Fuck boobs, and fuck you if you think that boobs are all that matter. Because trust me, the chick behind the boobs is really what you have to deal with. Okay, so somebody might have made a claim on you because of your chest size. Okay, who the fuck knows what these girls do? Who knows what these little boys get so angry and jealous about? Okay, because if actually they were really grown and in their adult skin, they would realize that jealousy is not worth it. Jealousy is something that makes you want to go jump off a bridge, because jealousy is something you can never attain. You can never be that person. You can never truly have what they own. So why would you ever want to be jealous of it? Have your own stuff, make your own dreams, buy your own car, get your own house, paint your own fucking nails, get your own life. Okay. And somebody around you is obsessed with you. Okay. They want your life. They want your friends. They wanted your boyfriend so bad, they put a curse on you. They made you watch something or be a part of something that took your boyfriend away from you. And they said, ha, look how ugly she is now. Oh, okay. Because you can do a little bit of black magic. So somebody, okay, I'm going to say this right now because this is for sure. Somebody broke up with you because of somebody's black magic. It had absolutely nothing to do with you. And honestly, I think this person was so much of a coward that I think they just stopped talking to you. I don't even think they actually broke up with you because I don't even think you were really together. Because I think the second they got with you, this person got into their head and took away their feelings for you instantly. And honestly, I understand why you gave it up. What up, Amy? Okay, I understand why you gave it up because this person obviously was not confident enough, and this was the lifetime that you were going to kick ass. So this person was built not confident enough. They did push you away for an energy that was not nearly as powerful as yours, but it was almost like maybe they appealed to their greed in some way. Maybe they appealed to them sexually, or they appealed to them in a devilish way, in a form of a drug. Okay, in the form of alcohol, in a liquid form, pussy all the time. Like they really could have inflicted this masculine energy with something that could never fully be fulfilled. Okay, so you fulfilled them in ways that, reached the sky. But then this curse did something that made them keep wanting more out of something. And that fulfillment left. They don't know what fulfillment is anymore. But I feel like the curse is breaking. Okay? Oh, Amy, honestly, you just never know what readings do for you. Okay, like honestly, send your telepathic questions. I know I try to say that, okay, and my energy will start picking up on your energy. If you don't want to do a personal reading, I understand. They are, first grade with one of the best tarot readers in the entire world, so it's expensive to have a personal reading with me. But you know why it's expensive? Because it's right on the money of exactly what people need to hear. So it's like my words need to be paid for. Okay. But when you send your telepathic energy and you want it to be open and read online, we have to do it this way. Okay. So you got grade 6 by a fucking little girl. Okay. You did. And it's really unfortunate. But like I said, I feel like this masculine energy just went along with it. Okay. They just played the game. And that's all it was, because they understood that this curse was just a game. And eventually, if it was a curse, it would wear off. Okay, so I think that both of you probably got way better. And maybe that's why genius is here. Okay, because it's almost like what it did by you guys staying away from each other was genius, because then you grew almost like 10 times smarter. Right? Where it's like maybe lifetime after lifetime, you're used to, learning a lot of things together. What? Oh, okay. So nothing's actually wrong with the sound? Oh, God. Don't give me a heart attack. I hate when things are wrong with the sound. But it's almost like, sometimes this is like the last lifetime that you have to deal with this. Right? So having somebody who might have been a little bit dumb to the connection to begin with, because maybe that's all it was, right, is a lot smarter about how they feel about you now. Okay? And that's why we've got dinner and tournament. Oh my God. Do you guys know, what's that place? Dinner and tournament. It's in Toronto. Oh man, there's this place where you can go in Toronto. Medieval times. I don't know if it's still open. And they ride around on horses. Oh my God. It's like, what they do with the Cable Guy? Have you ever seen that movie, The Cable Guy? Well, they go to a medieval times in The Cable Guy. Oh my God. I think I should watch. I mean, I hate Jim Carrey because he's evil as fuck, but I think I gotta watch The Cable Guy. I love that part. Oh, and then Silverchair is playing in the background. Silverchair was the first punk band I ever went to. I was 8 years old when I went and saw them in Toronto. Can you believe that? 8 years old at a Silverchair concert, and it was a mosh pit. Wow. Anyways, dinner and tournament is what I heard. So like maybe, this person, when they invite you out, or when they finally talk to you, or when they finally reach out to you after all this time, because I do think it's been a little bit of time. That's why I kind of feel like you're going to know what I'm talking about, or you're not going to know what I'm talking about, because it's not going to be for everybody. That's not the way that energy is. Okay. So it's almost like I kind of feel as if they might fight for you. right? They might take you out for dinner and tell you all the things about how dumb they were, right? And that once they realized it, they kind of couldn't turn it around. Like once they realized it, you could have been dating somebody else by then, okay? Or you could have moved, could have been out of town, you could have left, right? You and this person could have had a really bad falling out, right? So like, I mean, whatever it is, somebody's kind of coming back around. And it might be the scariest dinner of your life because it's the realest dinner of your life. I had the window open. It's getting a little bit cold. Sometimes I worry about my snakes. I don't ever want my snakes to be cold. And I think one of my snakes was cold the other night, so I set up this blanket for her and everything and this heating pad, and now she's just all comfy and cozy in her little hut. I tell you, my whole life changed when I got snakes. Honestly, I don't even feel as close to my aquarium. Like, I love my aquarium, but not the way that I love my snakes. Like, my snakes are something different. I just cleaned my whole aquarium today. It's all tip-top shape. Hope you guys got animals out there, and if you do, I hope you're taking care of them. All of Mother's creatures, you know, good and bad. Okay, next message. You know how many times I thought this was Friday? It's Monday. I thought this was Friday night. Wow. It's Friday night for me. Woo. A wish come true in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Somebody taking wishes away from you? The Moon in reverse. Pisces. Could be dealing with the Pisces. Somebody has strong emotions to want to take everything that you wish to come true away from you because they don't have any faith. They don't know what it's like to live in the light. They don't know what it's like to have wishes. They don't know what it's like to have strength. Wow, 9 of Swords. They want to fight you. Hey, Diane. Oh, in 2 days? Okay, so your birthday is on hump day? Your birthday's on Wednesday? I'll try to go live that day for you, if I can. I mean, I'm starting to feel a lot better, so I'll try to go live for you. Oh, that's so amazing. Okay. So now we've got this 9, like they want to fight you for your wishes. See what happens when you grow convictions, when you take your life seriously and you know how to and what to stand up for, and you're just, when you have convictions, it obviously pisses people off around you because they don't know what that's like. They don't know what it's like to appreciate something. They don't know what it's like to stand up for something. They don't know what it's like to feel something. And that's really sad. You know, this person could be on massive amount of like medication. Like my mother and her mother, they're on this pill. Hey, I'm 39 too. They're on this pill that it's a pain pill, but I don't know if you've ever been in like traumatic pain or like psychological pain, but no, not pain. Like, okay, well, my pain was scoliosis. Okay, so what doctors assume is that majority of people are lying about their pain. So they put antidepressants in with with pain reducers, right? Because they think it's more psychological than what it is actual physical pain. So nobody believed, even though I had x-rays, that my scoliosis in my back was as bad as it was because they just refused to look at the x-rays. So they put me on this, doctors put me on this medication, and it closed my third eye on me completely. It put me in, I mean, one of the darkest places possible. And they told me that this was a pain reducer. And I went, like, how can this be a pain reducer if now I want to kill myself? Like, what do you mean? Like, you just shut my third eye down. Like, you just shut my connection to myself. You shut my connection down to the people around me. You shut my connection down. So, and then my mother, you know, she was the advocate for me taking the drug. And she was like, well, you know, Oma's on it too. We all take it, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, within 3 days, I was like, if I take this medication, I'm going to die. Like, I'm not going to take this. Like, this is like, no wonder you people feel nothing. No wonder I can tell you that I was fucking massively abused as a child. And just look at me with this dumb look on your face. You have no feelings. You're not alive. Like how can people, you know, how can you talk about, traumatic incidences and people just look at you with no reaction? I can't even watch an abused horse on Instagram without bawling my eyes out, you know, but my own parents look at me knowing that their daughter as a baby was massively abused, and they just walk away from me because they're not alive anymore. They're so disconnected. They're popping their pills just to cover up their pain, but it's not their pain, it's their mind. Okay. Yes, they could be in physical pain, but if you know when you're in physical pain, like if you have a body ailment or if there's something wrong with you, the best thing to do is actually kind of not take pain pills. The best thing to do is to go and work out, is to go and start working your muscles, start moving around, because the more you move around, the less your body is so cramped. And if your body is less cramped, the less it's going to hurt. But it hurts to get your rehabilitation back on because you're moving your body again. When you stop and you get depressed and your body, you know, goes tense like this, you don't realize that now none of your muscles are working the way that they worked your whole life. So your brain starts to kind of like go like, okay, what do we do with these muscles now? Okay, now you're going to start to have spasms. Okay, now you're going to start to have pain because you're not moving. Nothing's moving. And now you start to build up. I have scoliosis, 3 parts of my spine, and I'm on nothing right now. I'm on nothing. Like, because in the daytime when I'm moving around and stuff, like, sure, it hurts. Sure, it hurts to bend over. Sure, it hurts to move. But I mean, my body hurts all the time. Like, why do I need to take the pain away? Like, pain is life, right? It makes me know I'm alive. Like, I will take the pain away when I'm about to go to sleep. I'll pop a couple of Tylenol. That's it, Tylenol, just to calm my body down. Right? Some ibuprofen sometimes just to calm my nerves down. And there I go to bed. And then I wake up in the morning and I start working on things again. If my stomach hurts, if my abdomen hurts, I go and get myself an enema. I massage myself. I stretch. I go walk around, right? Like, your body tries to tell you when you're in pain. It tries to tell you why. But then if you mask that pain, because all those pain pills are doing is just masking what's wrong with you, right? So then your body can heal. But if your body's not healing because you're not moving, you're just taking pills going nowhere. And those pills will start to shut you down. You lose your convictions. You lose what you're so attached to. You lose why you're here, your connection to everything, right? Why would you want to do that? But then your doctors, everybody tell you, well, that's how you get rid of pain. But then they don't want you on the pain pills, right? They want you to start working out, but then why do they even put you on it to begin with? And then such strong doses, like, sure, it's going to hurt to take away all your pain. I mean, come on, like where do you think you are? Heaven? You know, that'll happen when you die. Like, right now you're alive. A little bit of pain's not going to kill you. Okay. So maybe that's what this person is going through, is like, you've got all these wishes and your pain is on another level and you don't live like that. And this people, because your strength is beyond. Your strength is something that they're trying to fight you for. You can't fight somebody for their strength. Bitch, this isn't let's go work out at the gym and see who can bench press fucking, you know, more. That's not what strength comes from. Right? Strength lies in people who literally put their life on the line, people that will do anything in the darkness not to die, right? Like, the strength that can overcome you is something that, like, I mean, people can tell you you're nothing and you can feel like you can move a mountain, because that's how strength can feel inside of you. Nobody can talk to you a certain way. Nobody can get under your skin. Nobody can fuck with you. That's strength. Okay? This person is having a crisis of faith. This person has deep emotions that you know what you want. It's like, if anybody even had any fucking, like, moral compass in the world, if they saw something and they saw you achieving your dreams and having wishes and making those wishes come true, they would do the same for themselves. But why can't they do that? Because they want to know. They really just want to take. People think that healing is something that, you can take from somebody, just like you take their money. You can take your confidence, just like they took your parking spot. Like, no. But, okay, if you don't know what your convictions are, if you don't know what your self-worth is, if you don't know your strength, then people will walk all over you. They will walk all over you. A crisis of faith does not mean you can go and start hurting people and start going and stealing and bashing in windows, right? And robbing people. That's not how this works. Okay. We got incoming money here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this person, they manifested money off of you. Okay. They said they were so upset in their life that they had to come and take money from you. You had to start paying for their life, which, I mean, there's nothing here that even suggests that you did anything to them. So for them ever thinking that they can go into your pocket and take anything for their own life, I mean, it's juvenile shit, right? This is when we start talking about kids again. This is child's play. Okay. There's the Emperor in reverse. There it is right there. You could be dealing with an Aries, but I'm not even thinking that. What I'm thinking is that you're dealing with a child. You're dealing with somebody who wanted to be an emperor really quick, and they didn't have any power. They didn't have any convictions. They didn't have anything that they wanted. They didn't have any deep emotions. So they just jumped in your head and took the first fucking idea that you had. Okay? Because they're really original, apparently. And they got the 10 of Cups out of it. Your idea. Something that was in your head. There's the Hierophant in reverse. They might have even taken a fucking wedding from you and got married off of your energy. Aren't people lovely? But then look at this. Judgment. Nothing goes without consequence, motherfucker. Magician in reverse. I can't make this shit up if I tried. Look, they did magic in reverse. They did magic in reverse because they had a little crisis of faith. So I'm going to wave my magical wand and take everything away from somebody else because I don't really know what the life is that I want. So I want to take their life. There is this one chick that I know who constantly watches other people's lives and slowly starts to merge. Like, she'll just start talking different. She'll start acting different. She'll sell her car and get a different car. Whatever she thinks that people will like and that people are attracted to, she'll start to morph herself into that person. Okay. And there are, those are not doppelgangers. Those are very sad people that have every opportunity to get it right, but they're lazy. So they just take it from other people. Okay, so there's the King of Cups in reverse with Justice. So this is the misjustice that this person has done. This person does not love you. This person fucking hates you. But they are also envious of everything that is you. Everything that you wear, everything that you say, everything that you are. They want it. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we got 1 court card and that's it. And then 3 minors. So honestly, the universe is taking over this shit. They don't get to do this anymore. And that's the thing is, like, people think that they can do things to you. They think they can be magicians in reverse. They think they can manipulate. They think they can steal. They think that they can even steal husbands, marriages, certificates. This person could have taken some type of education away from you and went to school for something and they just bullshitted their whole way through it. This was also another chick that I know. She went to university and all she ever did was pay for people to write papers for her. She didn't do anything. Okay. Because that's what people, they just want to skim through something, but get the certificate. Okay. We'll just buy papers online and let's hope that is almost over with and, plagiarize. We'll get to them. Let's hope anyways. But this is misjustice. They've legally done things. Okay. Like, I put the Justice in reverse on top of the Hierophant in reverse with this King of Cups in reverse with this 10 of Cups. I have a massive feeling that this person, they might have stolen somebody's husband or somebody's wife away from you. Like, you might have even been married. And they did it right behind your back because they saw the family that you had and they took it. I mean, this is almost like the reading that we just did. I mean, there's the magician. That would be the person that did the curse. I mean, this could be coming up twice, which is obvious that, you know, there's more than one energy that is suffering because of how strong you are. Because people can't handle how much you believe in things, right? What your opinion is on things that you say. It's not just, you know, when you feel something about something, you'll be able to describe why you feel it. These people, they just want to feel, they just want to say they feel things to take opportunities. Because I do kind of think that people think that feelings are made up. Like, there's no way that somebody could love somebody. There's no way that somebody could feel that way. There's no way, like, you know, people who are in dark places, especially, you know, in the moon energy, you can try to feed them every glass of sunshine that you have, and they're just going to find some way to turn it against you. They're going to find some way to call you a liar. They're going to find, because they're so full of shit, that how can anybody be authentic? And that's what they're fighting you for. It's almost like they're fighting your authenticity, you know, like they're fighting people like, that's not really her. She's not original. She's copying this person. There might be somebody in your field of work that maybe looks like you or has a channel a lot like you. And because this person is copying everything you're doing, they assume that you're copying everything somebody else is doing. This person doesn't believe it, and that's why the universe is really going to come crashing down on them. Like, if you don't believe in what you're doing, yet you're putting up magic, like, it's almost like this person doesn't believe in magic, yet you're doing it. You have to be very careful with that. You're going to put something out there. You better be damn fucking confident in what you're putting up there, not just put it up there and then all of a sudden go, well, magic doesn't exist, so it doesn't matter. Well, then why did you put the spell up if it doesn't exist? Why did you go and talk to these people? Why did you go get married if it doesn't exist, right? It's like they're bullshitting you. They're bullshitting you on some level. They bullshit everybody. So of course they're going to bullshit you, right? When children act like this, it's because they don't even know their own thoughts. I mean, that's just sad. But unfortunately, that happens with a lot of people. Okay? They will go fuck your husband and go steal your friends and go start rumors about you because they have fucking no idea what it's like to be an authentic person, right? They just want people to hate you. They want people to turn against you. They want people to make you shut up and blah, blah, blah. Because I would imagine this person believes that people are very weak, but yet they're strong. Right? It's like, okay, well, if you're strong, you don't believe that anybody else is, but they're faking their strength, right? They're faking their strength. They're not as confident as what you think they are. You're more confident in what you do. Wow. You saw those two cards come out. The Magician and Justice just came out again, but upright. Like, what the fuck? Okay, who's the real magician? You. Okay, put it that way. We know justice. We know when magic has been done against us. Whether we acknowledge it or not, we know, you can feel it. Something's not right. Something's not taken off. Your business should be doing something. Like, I know when people put shit on me. You don't think I don't know? Of course I do. It just takes me a little while to remove the energy, and then they put it back on again. Then I got to remove it again. You know how hard it is to fight against 1,000 people when you're all by yourself? Right? Like, it's not easy, but they've got this little magic and they can just and try to fuck everything up in your life. But then you just go and just reverse it all. Like, it's fucking stupid because justice is there for you. It's always going to be there for you because you're the one that truly has the magic, not them. And they gonna learn, Spirit said. They gonna learn. Little boys and little girls, they learn. All right? They learn. sometimes it just takes them a little bit longer because, you know, their childish ways, right? They think that they can manipulate people and just get the truth that they want, you know, like collective, you guys, okay, are dealing with a lot of immature energies around you, okay? People that are in your life every day that just because they have cars, just because they own houses, just because they're married, it doesn't mean that they have an intellectual level of an actual adult. It means sometimes that they can pull some strings out of their ass, okay, and get an engagement ring with an idiot, okay? Who's never seen pussy in the face of pussy ever? And collective has to deal with that shit, unfortunately. Seduction in reverse. This is what I'm talking about. Collective, we have to deal with these fucking idiots, okay? They're going to lose everything. They will lose everything, Diane. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. It's anybody that does stuff, what up? Anybody that does stuff, honestly, like they will pay for their crimes, okay? They think they're not going to just because they're getting away with something right now. It's all part of the show. It's all part of the act. It's all about how much this person wants to go. I mean, technically, when you have energy, when you have power, you're allowed to do whatever you want with it. Technically, everybody's got free will. It's just, why would you go and hurt somebody? Why is that the first thing that people do with their power is go and hurt somebody? Well, because they're immature and they're children and they shouldn't have been ignited to their powers, right? Like just because you're given the freedom to do something, it doesn't mean you're supposed to take advantage of it, right? You can message me. All right, we don't do personal readings on here, okay? Okay, so now we have seduction in reverse with addiction in reverse, with mask in limbo and the chaser in limbo. What the fuck? Okay, so somebody in the collective Okay, so there's somebody around you that you dealt with in the past that has a very apparent addiction. Okay, this addiction, they could just have an obsessive kind of compulsive disorder. They could be super controlling. They could have been really codependent. They are coming back. Okay. This person has been wearing a mask with you for a very long time. You could still talk to this person just as like a friend or something, but they've been wearing this mask because they don't want to seem needy. They don't want to seem like they're going to chase you or that they, feel abandoned by you or something. Like they don't want to give you the wrong idea. So they don't know. I feel like this person sometimes maybe takes their mask off with you, but then they put it back on again. And then they take it off, they put it back on again because maybe they feel like, you're going to feel like they're just using their looks or something, or when really it's like they don't just want to hook up with you. They don't just want to date you. It's like it's something else. It's something like they finally figured it out, what was wrong with them, and they fixed it. Okay, so they just don't know, like maybe because you guys were together when they were so addicted in the past, they don't know, like maybe you met when you were, drunk. Okay. And it was really easy to talk to you and it was really easy to flirt with you. And now they can't do that because that's not, maybe they quit drinking. Maybe they quit drinking. Okay. So now it's like, well, how do I get talking to you? How do I get in the same place? How do I get, friendly with you again without trying to seduce you or without trying to look like a creep or without, chasing you? And that's like, I get it. Things were so much easier when you were drunk and at a bar. Okay. Separation in reverse, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, you're unsure of the future. So this person doesn't want to be separated from you anymore. But it's like they're caught in between a hard place and a rock, like it's like, holy fuck, like I can feel it. This person's really in their head. Look at that hammer. They're in their head. Okay. With the sword and the rose. So, they're really trying to rebuild this. Like they're really working on themselves. Okay. Like this is the kind of person that might go to AA every day. And they might have been sober for a year now, but they still go every day. Okay. This is someone who's repetitively doing something so then they can rebuild their life. They're persistent on it. And I'm getting goosebumps all over. So this is 100% for somebody. Okay. And then the sword and the rose, it's like, this is truth. Like they really want to come towards you. I don't know if this sobriety got them power in some way, or they realized how strong they really were, that they don't need to hide behind the drink. You know, they don't need to be drunk. They don't need to, like, the time is up. Wow. Like, it's like they're gunning straight for you. Love in reverse. I think they feel like you don't love them anymore. But maybe because you were really fucking angry and you needed some time to heal, just like they needed time to get better. You know, when you can let somebody go to get better, it tells them that, you know, time doesn't matter, that sobriety is what matters, that getting yourself together is what matters. Time is just, I mean, as long as you're confident and you got hobbies and you got a job, you got a thing going on for you. I mean, time is one of those things that, like, it can be the greatest thing or it can be your worst enemy, because you can either live in the moment or you can wait for somebody, and that's not, waiting for somebody is not living, right? You have to live in the moment to be free. And this person maybe sees that. But anything that they're showing, like anything that you're showing them, is just making them want to come back even more. It's making them want to get better even more. It's making them want to be a better person. So you're getting this person better. You're healing them. That's kind of amazing, because I think when you broke up, you all fucking hated each other. You see what love can do? And healing and getting away the toxic energies, what that can do for your life. Like, it's amazing what people can do for themselves. Sunglasses. Engagement ring. Oh, good God. Engagement ring in reverse. Okay, so. Okay. So they are watching you. Okay, they are keeping an eye on you. Okay, it's helping them. Okay, it's helping them heal, watching you. I definitely think that they have plans for you, but it's not something that they're gonna like say right away. You know, they're not gonna be like, oh my God, okay, so I'm sober and I want to marry you. Please don't pull what that guy does at the end of, what's that movie called? Holy Night or One Night, or it's that Christmas movie with Seth Rogen and Gordon Levitt, whatever. And he tries to get his girlfriend back, and then he just proposes to her, and she's like, no, like, what the fuck? You were awful to me. Like, no. Okay. Golden Mirror. This person is like, I mean, maybe they do feel like that's what they would have done, you know, just ask you to marry them. But that is a little bit of gaslighting, okay? Just to come in and all of a sudden ask such a question and gaslight everything you just did because now you've got this ring in your hand. No. That's why I think this person is having a really hard time, okay? Because maybe that is what they want to say, but just because it is what they want to say, they have to realize that if they just walk in and say that, they're going to gaslight everything that they did. They're going to gaslight you. So they can't do that. This is a little bit tricky. And I can see the way that I put the cards. It's definitely a puzzle, okay, that they're really trying to put together, which is good. I mean, it's keeping them busy. You're like a Sudoku for them. The never-ending Sudoku. The never-ending crossword. I like you in reverse. It's never going to stop. They're never going to stop liking you. I think that's really what that is. They're never going to stop. Okay, so it's like, I mean, even if you do reject them, even if you do, you know, maybe possibly say to them that I don't really think it's the right time, and I don't really think that you've got enough healing. I mean, even that, even if you reject them, they're not going to stop liking you. And that's where you can prove, like, you know, you can have your feelings towards somebody. They don't have to feel the same way. You could be angry with somebody. They don't have to be angry at you back. You know, they can choose a higher positive form of thinking, because you have the right to be mad. But when you are angry and this person reacts in an angry way, it gaslights why you're mad. right? People don't really realize how much they get gaslighted, right? Because suddenly your feelings get taken away from you because the person that you feel something towards can't handle how you feel and try to take it away from you, right? By giving them excuses as to why they do what they do. So this person, I can feel a little bit of a mind game with them. Okay. It really is. It's tricky. Okay. So that's why it's like, spirit is kind of one of those, like, nothing is set in stone. Nothing can be said for sure that this is exactly how you're going to take it. And this is exactly how they're going to say it. Because they could fuck this whole thing up. I could be reading this and they could fuck it all up. Okay. Because it's something that they're thinking, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something they're going to do, because they are scared to chase after you. They are scared to go for it. Okay. Even though they want to do it, it's still, there's something stopping them. Okay, even though they feel like they could love you to death, it doesn't, like, this person can choose to love you and never talk to you again. And it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Like, I mean, it's just going to be, I kind of feel like people punish themselves, like they see something good that they can have and they feel like they're not worthy enough for it, or they don't deserve it. And you don't deserve something you're not willing to fight for. You don't deserve something that you're not willing to defend. You don't deserve something that you're not willing to protect. Go the fucking mile for, right? Beat somebody down for. You don't deserve it. If you're not willing to protect it and keep it safe, then why do you feel like you deserve it? Right? Like, this isn't a parking spot reserved for you, right? You got to work at shit, obviously. Okay. So there's the cassette. I mean, they definitely are playing a lot of things over and over and over in their head. Okay. So as much healing as they've done, as much AA meetings as they've gone through, nobody can tell them how to deal with you. Nobody. There's no scientist out there or therapist out there or somebody that can give the serum on how to do this. So they're really in their head about it. Okay. They've also been conditioned. Maybe this person always got shut down when they said their feelings. They could have just always told their parents that they loved them or something, and their parents never said it back. Oh, yeah, see you later. It could be something like that. Conditioned not to feel. Conditioned not to speak. Girl with the snake. They were used. So they don't know how to set their own boundaries, which maybe, whatever institution they're going to, or however it is they're getting help, they're learning how to put up boundaries. But then they feel like, you're the kind of person that could just break all their boundaries. So they have to, I can see why this person is taking their time, because, if they are struggling with some type of, like, substance abuse or something, they might feel like when they resurface all this with you, it's going to make them want to have a drink or something, or, because that's how they're used to dealing with their feelings, and they're going to have to lay it all out on the line. Right. And I hope this person, like, smokes weed or something, because, like, it definitely helps to calm your nerves. Right. And just make you just chill out. But I mean, people need to learn to do that without anything, obviously. But I kind of feel like, they've been massively fucked with, and then healthy choices on the bottom. Like, they're doing the best that they can to make better decisions for themselves. And I don't even feel like they're ready to date you yet. Right. So they want to be happy. They do. And they don't want to make you unhappy. Right. So they might have really thought, like, they might think even picking up the phone and calling you is out of bounds and going to piss you off. I don't know. Paradise. Enjoying each other, happiness, expansion. I don't think you're going to reject this person at all. Okay, because the people who actually work on themselves, it's apparent all over them. It's not like you're going to see them and not see the changes. If you don't see the changes, then walk away. This person is not the person I'm talking about. The changes will be apparent even upon looking at them. If they haven't made massive changes and you guys broke up because they had really bad problems, I don't really suggest walking down that path again. Okay, because problems need to be solved, not swept under the rug. No matter how easy it is for somebody to handle because it got swept under the rug, problems are problems because they don't get solved. Okay, so we've been live for over an hour. Oh my good God, these lives go by so fast. It feels like I've only been reading for like a half an hour. Like, I'm not even lying. I haven't even smoked weed. Like, what the fuck? This is like the energy, you know, when the energy wants to speak when I don't even get disrupted to smoke weed. No one's like, the chat didn't disrupt me, nothing. Like, the power of protection, people, I tell you. There could be, I do feel like there is somebody in the chat that's protecting me. Some people, they come with this amazing ability to protect others around them, whether they know they do that or not, you know? Okay, so probably going to do one more reading and then shut her down. Yeah, that's gone. There was a really weird energy just around me. I like that. Altar on the bottom of the deck. Spirit was like, take that card. Okay. Okay, so there could be somebody in the chat that's trying to get pregnant and it's not working. And Spirit is like, there's a really nasty energy around you. Like, you know how I just did the bell and everything? It's because I could feel all of a sudden this heat came over me, and that's not me. Like, I get the psychic sweat sometimes, but I'm starting to notice that I feel like that's not even my energy either, because like I'm not in menopause, so I don't need to have that heat, right? So that heat came over me, but then it went away. And then when I cut the deck, we got fertility with cleansing in reverse. So I feel like right away I'm like, fertility, cleansing in reverse. Who's trying to get pregnant, but they can't? Okay, even though you're dedicating the time, it's not working. So, okay, and like fertility might not mean that you're actually physically trying to have a baby, but there could be something that you're trying to do and it's not working. Even though you're dedicating and dedicating and dedicating, it's not working because there's something, it's like maybe you're doing the wrong cleansing ritual. Like, I don't know if you have like a sacred place or something like that, but a lot of times I get my room and stuff before I start readings, I'll sweep. Right? Sweeping, it seems so trivial, but it really helps to sweep the negative energy out of the space that you're in. Okay. Also, when you're in the shower, you know, you can really allow that sacred space to clear you and cleanse you, allow you to get more connected with what you're trying to dedicate your time to, right? Because once the public or spirit around you sometimes can get wind of something you're trying to manifest, they'll suddenly start to like derail you, right? On things that you do every day. They'll start to try to get you to do other things so then you don't, you know, you get off your dedication, right? And unfortunately, energies are so, you know, like I wish people could just mind their own fucking business, and if they don't like you, it's called turn around and walk away. But it seems like the people who don't like you fixate on you and get more and more obsessed with you, because now people, when they get that feeling that pisses them off when they look at you, it gets them obsessed with looking at you. And it's something that it's almost like a part of a spell, you know, like something comes over them all of a sudden and they have to be obsessed with you. And it's so, it's so far off their track that they don't even realize it. I mean, like, nobody should be getting obsessed with anybody. Nobody should, be trying to derail anybody. Like, people should just be, staying in their own fucking lane. But for some reason, someone's got to take power. Someone's got to have the power of the pussy. Someone's got to have the biggest dick. Someone's got to have something that makes them look better than everybody else. Okay. And they'll come in and they'll try to derail you off things that you're dedicating to, because they'll say they're the only ones that can dedicate their time to that. They're the only ones that can do that. Right. So it is like a mind fuckery when you're trying to do something and, you're introducing the public to it and someone's shaming you for doing that because they're sitting on their ass and they're not doing a fucking thing with their life, and you're trying to do something. So that angers them. Okay, it angers people to know that you have fertile energy that you're trying to dedicate something to, and they're just sitting on their ass doing nothing, praying for a life that they'll never get because they're sitting on their ass doing nothing and looking at everybody else's life. Okay, so I almost feel like Spirit is like, you need to take this cleansing to another level. Okay. And I know that when I can't get rid of something, when the energy is so high that even water purification is not doing it, I'll then do Reiki. I'll do Reiki healing. I'll do Reiki summoning. I'll do cord cutting, everything third eye, because then if something physical isn't working and none of the ailments can help me or none of the elements can help me, I turn in third eye. Then I go into another dimension and I cut 3D out altogether, because now I know this manipulation is not happening in 3D. It's happening in another dimension. So why am I trying to block it in 3D when it's being done somewhere else? Okay, like, people have to understand that there's 12 dimensions. Things are not just happening in 3D because we can see them. There are so many other dimensions where people squeeze their little fucking fat asses into and start doing work, okay? Magic work against other people, okay? And they think it's hidden, but it's not, because it's in a dimension where people can see and they're stupid, okay? Like I said, magic can never go unhidden. It doesn't matter if they feel like they're in the darkest place possible and nobody can see them. Somebody's watching them, okay? So, like, whatever this is, it's like Spirit can get you around it, okay? It's just take the clearing and cleansing to the next level. Okay, along with clearing and cleansing, do Reiki session, do a fire session, do a candle session, right? Take it to the next level, because if there is something around you that's trying to throw your dedication off, then it's watching how easy it is for you to get distracted. Don't get distracted when that time is meant for dedication. Okay, unless you're dedicating it to clearing yourself, get back into, because it is really hard to work from home. It is really hard to make your dreams come true. It is really hard to be in the luxury of, a sacred space and just not want to sit there and do nothing. Okay. It is hard to dedicate yourself to things when you have 100% control over it. Okay. But this is now when the universe is like, okay, well, if you wanted this and you wanted this opportunity to be free, right? Which is what fertility would do. Your ability to have a child and be a mother. Okay. Whatever this is, you have the right to do it. You're dedicating your time to it. You have the right to do it. So whatever it is that's trying to stop you, it's just manipulating in the energy around you. It's not stopping anything. It thinks it is because it thinks that it's getting results. But really, it's almost like, you're trying to grow the grass long and somebody keeps coming at night and cutting it. It's not killing the grass, but it's stopping it from getting to the level that you want it because they keep cutting it. It's something like that. Okay, they can't kill it, but they're just stunting it. All right? And we know that's child's play too. Child's play, child's play, child's play. You know that when you were a child and your parents blamed you for something, but you didn't want to admit it, and they were just like, okay, well, it's just a matter of time until you tell us the truth, and you can sit in your room, and then all of a sudden you decide, okay, I'm going to go tell the truth. That's basically what Spirit has to do with everybody who thinks they can lie. Really? You're going to lie? Okay, well, we're just going to have to sit here until you tell the truth. You're going to have to go to your room now until you can tell the truth. Like, whatever this person is doing, okay, you're just going to have to amp it up. And I mean, like, if you feel like someone's trying to mess with you or do something to you or like stop your channel or fuck with your store or your mission, start just talking to them like they're children, right? As you clear your energy, tell the energies who think they can boss you around, and child's energy, child's play. You send those children back to their mommies and daddies. You send them to God. You go send them to school. Send them away, and eventually they'll start to feel that shame, because that's really what you want to do. You want to bring the energies around you that are trying to hurt you shame. right? Especially by blocking them, by telling them anything they're doing is not doing anything. And that's what children do. And children, we also know that when children have temper tantrums, that they will lose their energy and fall asleep. So sometimes you just have to leave them yelling and then just go like, okay, all right. I know she can't be yelling for much longer. I mean, bitch has been going for hours. She's got to be tired by now, right? It's just like sometimes you just got to let them cry it out and throw their, and then just go like, okay, are you going to tell the truth now, little girl? Fine. Okay. Like children, like adults, like, I mean, if they're acting like a child, really are just like a child. Like you can just talk to them like a child and they'll probably respond more than talking to them like an adult. When I talk to my father like an adult, he doesn't answer me. When I talk to him like a child, he yells at me. Oh, you can't call me that. I said his responses were ignorant. If that's how I was going to be, then just not say anything at all. His response was, I can say whatever I like. You are. And I went, you are? You are? What's you are? What do you mean you are? He was trying to say that I was the ignorant one. Like I said, my father is 66. 65? He's born in 58. Okay. So I think 67 this year. Yeah. So he's 66 years old. Like, no, I'm not. You are. Like, that's the response. Like, I mean, so that's a lot of like, even in their 60s and 70s, they're still going to have those type of responses to you. That's why it's like, you just let them cry it out and bang on the door and, throw their temper tantrums. And when they're done, you can have a conversation with them, like, oh man, people are just so funny. I mean, even your own parents, you can realize like, my God, you guys are 20 years older than me. I don't think you are, just because on your birth certificate says 20 years older than me. I think you're about 1,700 years below me, bitch. Okay, so now we're gonna do one more reading because that one was pretty quick. And I don't like doing quick readings. I like to give the viewers what they paid for. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't know what that was. Ooh, High Priestess of Fire in reverse. I like that. With risk and conclusion. Wow, look at this. This is how this is coming up. You take a leap of faith with fire in the middle, and then there's your conclusion. Like start and then finish. Start and then finish. I feel like you're just going to jump right over this High Priestess of Fire. You're just going to jump right over her. Like she doesn't exist. And that concludes her. Oh my gosh, I think you are. Wow. Okay, so here's another twat in the reading. Somebody trying to do fire magic against you or just throw that negative evil eye at you or something like that. They don't want you to do something, okay? But the thing is that you're going to understand what this means if this is for you. So you're going to get this High Priestess of Fire is going to come spit some fire at you. I see like possibly like a volcano, magma, lava, kind of just throw their shit at you, but you like dodge it because you're smarter than them and you can see it coming. Okay. And then they're so explosive that you take a risk to just jump right over them because they could burn you as you jump over them. But that's what they're trying to scare you into doing, like, yeah, you will get burned, so don't do it. But like, if anybody knows anything, like when people's backs are up against the wall and they have to do something that's going to change the course of their life, there's energies around you that suddenly believe that they're going to be able to coerce you to do something else. Because they're weak. So they're going to believe that you are never going to do this because they don't know how to do this. So if they don't know how to do this, then you sure as fuck don't know how to do it. Okay? But then you go, really, bitch? I've done this multiple times, so I'm just going to do it again. Because the thing is that even if she does burn you, scars look good. Okay? Put it that way. Any dude with scars, I'm like, my God, that's attractive. I don't know what it is about scars, but I find them very attractive. Do you know that guy from The Wire that had that fucking scar all the way down his face? Omar? I think his name was Omar in real life or something like that. fucking hottest guy in the world. There was this other man that used to come into where I worked, and he had this massive scar down his face. And like, I was attracted to him because of the scar. I was like, that's the hottest scar I've ever seen in my life. Because like when I don't, it's not necessarily I find the scar attractive, but it's just like the way that you wear your scars is the battle that you went through. Your scars are, you know, they're a little piece of that battle. You know, it's like a museum. Your scars are a museum, and they're little pieces of art that are all over your body that nobody can fuck with. Nobody can alter them. Nobody can fuck them. Nobody can say that it's not what happened. Nobody can be like, no, that's not how you did that. Really? Because I was there. Where the fuck were you? Right? Your scars are like, nobody can take your scars away from you. If people want to look at your scars and go, ugh, gross, those aren't the people for you. Those are the people that don't know what a pimple is, let alone what a scar is, let alone what a scar is to fucking bear that you earned. Okay? So, I'm sorry, but a little fucking heat on the feet ain't gonna stop my collective from crossing this bitch. You know what I kind of feel like it is? Like the walk that people do on the coals? Like, really? I mean, do they burn their feet? No. Okay, they might burn the first layer, but that's the whole part of the fucking exercise, is to realize that you can overcome pain. Pain is a feeling. And that's what I noticed. When somebody said that to me, they're like, pain is a feeling. You can choose to not let it affect you the way that pain wants to affect you, right? It's just because if pain can get into your head, then you're like, I don't want to do anything that hurts me. I don't want to do anything that hurts me. You realize you stop living, because at any potential, anything could hurt you. You can get hurt walking outside. You get hurt walking to your car. So if you believe that pain you can't, possibly even bear, this isn't the reading for you. Because a little fucking burn off the bottom of your feet, bitch, please. I ain't going to stand there and burn my whole life down. I'm just going to burn the surface of my feet and run away from you. Okay? So maybe that's what it is. Somebody sets a fire and they don't think you're going to go running. Right? I don't think this is actually going to happen like physically, but I think it's something that, somebody could, I don't know, say something about you that tries to burn you and you just jump right over it. Like the person in the office that sets a rumor about you, but then you have a friend in the office that understands what this person is doing. So they come and they tell you, and then in the middle of the break room, okay, and they can't see this coming at all. What's behind it? Oh, the movement forward. Okay. They can't see this, but all of a sudden in the middle of the break room, you go, oh, hey, yeah. Lindsay, you're the bitch that just told everybody that I fucking shit myself in front of the whole crowd over at Caesar's Palace the other night, didn't you? Well, guess what? That actually didn't happen because I was there. And it was the person beside me who actually wet themselves because they were tickled by this ridiculous clown that shouldn't have even been there. So, but I'm glad that you told everybody I shit myself, because guess what, everybody? I didn't. And you just humiliate them. You humiliate them. They think you're never going to say anything because it's humiliating. But, bitch, really? You think a little rumor is going to burn me? No. Because you know the truth. And it's just like, honestly, and I mean, it could be something embarrassing. They could take something that you did and then really manipulate it, but it's not that embarrassing. So then you go, okay, well, yeah, but it wasn't like that. It was actually more like this. And by you saying that, that's actually not what happened. I really did this, right? It could be something like that. And it's just like, somebody thinks that you're so weak, but then you've got this other person that can understand what this other person's really doing. Because anybody that tries to burn you in any way, when you're just trying to live your life, you're just out there just experiencing things while they're trying to burn you, they're the people that deserve to get burned. Right? They're really the ones that are targeting themselves to really be the victim, because really they want to be the victim, because then they want to talk about it and they want everybody to, praise them and go, oh, you're the victim. Oh, honey, you're the, people, they like negative energy. Okay, they like a negative response, right? They like negative appraisal that comes from a negative place, even though it looks like it's positive. It's really negative because it's more sympathy. Yeah, more sympathy attention than anything. And when people give sympathy attention, they don't want to do it. They're just doing it because everybody else is doing it, and then they're going to walk the fuck away. Okay, but this person is used to living this way for some reason. People are pathetic, okay, and they really are. They go home to their, nothing lives, and work is the only thing that really gets them alive, or social media is the only thing that really gets them off. So I do feel like you have this person. This is not you and this is not them. This is somebody you know. Okay. And they understand how hard it is that you fought. Okay. And they know what you've been through. You've got somebody on your side. Okay. And it's you've helped this person in some way. You've fulfilled this person in some way. I don't know if you're your friend. I don't know if they were just your confidant or you were somebody that they could really lean on. They've got your back because of this. You show your warrior side. They know your scars. They know what you've been through. And then there's this fired ass bitch up here, okay, who's probably got massive amounts of diarrhea coming out of herself, okay, trying to start shit with you. And it's just like there are people that are smarter than the average witch who will go like, that's just negative tension. That's negative energy. They're trying to negative. Like, why would they just suddenly start a rumor about you? I feel like this is a rumor. I really do. I feel like it's a rumor. And honestly, whoever this person is, God bless them. Because, I mean, this person doesn't even deserve, like, I mean, quite frankly, I feel like, you know, if this was me, I don't even think I would want to know what this person's trying to burn me with, because I would know that it's not the truth and I wouldn't care. Okay. And especially somewhere at work, I'm never looking for friends at work. If anything, I just really want to get my work done and go home. Okay. So people don't always, you know, understand how desperate they are versus how much people really don't care. But because they're so desperate, right, they really think that you are, right? So they don't believe how hard you've worked. They don't believe, you know, maybe they make a lot of things up. Maybe they make 99% of their life up and they act like they're a warrior. And when they've never taken a leap of faith in their life, they just sit back and blow fire at people. That's all they're doing. Like a little fucking dragon up in its little fucking lair, you know, like it's fucking ridiculous. So to end this is like, I mean, thank gosh for this friend. Thank gosh for whoever this confidant is that is just going to be like, all right, this is what somebody's saying. And I understand why they're saying it, because, you know, they're upset, they're pissed off, whatever it is that you obviously did something to this person. I don't think you physically did anything to them, but I feel like it's something like where you are in life, they just can't get to. Right? They just can't attain you, right? And that's what it is. When people start rumors about you, really what they're doing is making you famous, right? Like do they understand that? Talking about you. Now they just have everybody thinking about you. And now they're going to have those people talking about you and going like, do you really think, because I do think that there are people, okay, that heard whatever this person said and didn't believe it because they had hope in you. Like they kind of know you. People do know a little bit about you to know that. And I think they do, if anything, know this high priestess of fire in reverse more. And I think they know that this person does very desperate things at very desperate times to make themselves look good while burning other people. Okay. So that's why it's like, I think you do have a lot of people that are like, they know right away that that's not you. Right. And this person doesn't believe that, you know, they really think that they can lead the blind and people are just going to listen to them. Again, people are very sad. They think that people are very weak like them. You know, you just give up, you'll just run away. And sometimes you do, because, you know, sometimes we are weak at times with energy and we don't have what it takes to fight back against people all the time. Other times, you know, you got people that are fighting back for you and you don't even know. So I think somebody's fighting back for you in this realm, in 3D. Like, I mean, I can see somebody yelling at somebody and going like, whatever it is that you're saying, I don't want to hear it anymore. Like this person they're just spreading rumors. They're just spreading. It's like a disease, like a venereal disease. They're just spreading your shit everywhere. And none of it is true. None of it is true. It's not true. And I think the reason why you have this guardian is because I think the person knows whatever the story is that they're telling. I think this person knows the real story and they know what happened, because I don't think you get embarrassed very often. Like you might have just told somebody like, hey, like, I don't know why I feel like it's peeing your pants or something, or something to do with your root chakra, or like, I don't know, like it could be venereal. They could have told people that you peed on them or that you had like very awful like discharge or something. I don't know. This is disgusting, but I don't know. They could have said something about you, and like I don't even have. I think it's girl on girls. I don't even know how this girl would have even known anything to do with this, or like they knew somebody who did sleep with you, and then this person said like, you know, something like, oh, you know, they wet the sheets, you know, because you know you can wet the sheets a different way. It has nothing to do with pee. Okay. This person doesn't know that. They don't know that you can have water come out of you from other places. Okay. Without drinking any water. Okay. And they could have said like, oh man, she soaked the bed. And then they went and told everybody that you pissed the bed. Right. Like but this person, somebody knows like, that's not what I said, or that's not what happened, but somebody else is saying that it did. Okay. And that is loose mouth rumors. That is, high school shit. Okay. And that's why someone's going to say something to you and then you just shut this bitch down. And I mean, at this point in time, I'm sure you could take a gag or two. I'm sure you could take a fucking, a roast or two. I'm sure people can say something and you're not going to be embarrassed. So when you clap back and you tell the truth about what really happened, you're really going to set this person straight. And so it shall be. I mean, it's not even about exposing them so much, or maybe you just will. And the thing is that, I mean, I love The Office, and it usually comes up as an analogy, but do you know how many people knew about Angela sleeping with Dwight behind Andy's back and nobody told Andy, and everybody just kept blackmailing Angela? Bullshit. Like, I know what you're doing, but nobody told Andy. Like, it's so shitty. It's like you just want your own piece of the cake. You just want to be able to, I mean, that's kind of blackmailing the truth out of somebody, but it's like it's still keeping it from Andy. So you're still keeping the main person that needs to know everything out of it, which would be you. And you know what? At this point, I mean, I do think you deserve to know, because it is something that is childish, but it also is something that, people do just to make themselves feel better. And honestly, I can't even say for sure you will find out about it. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I hope this person tells you. Somebody knows that's in contact with you, knows what this person's saying. Whether they say it to you or not, I hope the fuck they do. Because a lot of people, they want to say that. They want to go to the medium. They want to go to the messenger and fuck them up for the information. But I think once you find this out, I think this person will understand that you're not going to get mad at them, because they're not the ones that told you. Why get mad at the messenger? You get mad at the person who originally delivered the message, not the messenger that came and told you. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to peace out, because I am just... Ugh! I need to stretch and do my shit and get all my babies tucked in for bed, and I got to feed my fish again and then turn off the aquarium and blah, blah, blah. I got things to do as a reptile mama. So I'm going to go and do that. Thanks for everybody for being a part of this chat. It was fucking awesome. We almost went 2 hours. I always try to go 2 hours with these because there's a lot of messages to bring out. So I'm going to keep this current energy going, obviously, and hopefully, I get going with another live soon. Possibly tomorrow, or like I said, for Amy, I might go live on Wednesday. But anyways, we will be live again soon. So look forward to that. This was awesome. Thanks for sending them in. I am in receiving mode. Aw. Okay, well, I just went out. I don't know how long I just crapped out on you guys, but just want to say, make sure you send your telepathic questions in, and I will be going live again either tomorrow or Wednesday. And it's usually always about this time. Okay, so if you enjoy the lives, keep coming to the lives, and your energy will be picked up. Okay, and the description box below has my email if anybody wants to go personal. Okay, there's personal readings always available. And yeah, awesome. There's also I got to put my Twitter information on, my X information, but there is where you can find my Instagram. Okay, what up, Jazz? I'm glad you found me too. I like, that's a nice name there, Jazz Sparrow. All right, so you kind of, I don't know how long you've been there, but I'm sorry if anybody just got here and I'm leaving now, but we've been live for almost 2 hours, so a psychic is tired now. So peace out, all right? Always remember, for entertainment purposes only, these are all general messages. I love you all. Mwah, peace, and be good to you. Everybody you know and yourself. Oh my God, I can't hit end. It's not letting me end it. Oh my God. My screen has been doing this lately. It freezes. Oh my God. Oh, geez. What the hell is going on? I can't end it. This is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Why? Oh, good God, YouTube. How do I end it? How do I end it? If I can't hit the X, what the fuck? Oh my God, I can't hit anything. Are you kidding? I think I'm just going to have to end the screen. Okay, I'm just going to have to close the screen. I hope it doesn't. I hope this still stays streaming, but if it doesn't and for some reason doesn't. All right, Pete, I'm just going to close the screen. Fuck. Stupid fucking YouTube. It worked.